you know when someone is a good leader. They have, the it factor. But I think first and foremost, I think that a good leader is likable and trustworthy. They can collaborate with different people, adapt to certain situations and people. So I think it's a number of different things that, some are inherent qualities, some you can learn, but those I think are some of the good qualities and characteristics of a leader.
I think to be a good leader, you need to be a good listener. In my line of work, I listen to residents, I listen to elected officials, I listen to the staff that work for me, and I feel like to be able to make solid, balanced decisions, I have to know a lot about what the stakeholders are interested in, and I think listening is an important key element of leadership.
When I focus on leadership, it's really trying to get the most out of my team, not necessarily the general leading everybody into battle and everybody's behind you, but getting buy-in from members of the team, making sure their voices are heard, because at the end of the day, a lot of them are more specialized or more educated on certain things, so it's playing to the strengths of everybody and getting that team result out of it. It's kind of what I focus on.
I think an effective leader needs to be passionate about an issue and also ambitious enough to be able to work towards solving the issue. They need to be self-motivated and self-disciplined. At the same time, they need to be personable and influential enough to have an impact and motivate others around them. And lastly, they need to have perseverance.
A leader and being a boss are two completely different things. Being a leader, you work alongside somebody and you can't fear that person repeating what you're doing, because that, as a leader, is what you want. You want them to learn what you've done and take it and run with it. And that's how I feel, that's how I lead my team at my sale, and that's how I lead everything in life. I just feel like it's not a be-all, end-all. It's a teamwork, it's a back and forth.
So leaders, I think, inspire people without even really trying. They have an unquestionable level of authenticity and integrity as well.
It's being humble, but also being able to balance your humility and listening to people, but also being strong enough to kind of have the team follow and pivot when necessary. And I think that is a group of required assets you have to be a good leader. And
to be a good leader, I think you have to lead by example. You have to be the hardest working person in your group, and you also have to learn to delegate, which is very difficult for me.
I think the number one thing it takes is to kind of influence and lead others. You have to have confidence in yourself and your abilities, but you also have to be a little bit humble, know when to step back, know when to lead and let other people take the lead. And also when to say you're wrong. That's something not a lot of people like to do, and it's definitely not fun, but you definitely need confidence, but also a touch of humility as well.